Having brake fluid in good conditions is very important for your vehicle. I'm going to show you how to test the brake fluid of a 2016 Mazda CX-5. In this case, we're going to be able to test the brake fluid and the coolant. I will link to the product I'm using in the video description. After we get under the hood, we see the 4-cylinder engine, and we can locate the coolant radiator, the radiator cap, and then the brake fluid reservoir right here. First, do a visual inspection by removing the cap. There's usually a filter that blocks access into the reservoir. Make sure the fluid is at the correct level and that you're not losing any. You can see through that reservoir that the fluid still looks great, but we are going to test it with this test strip. Now, this test strip has two options, a brake fluid side and a coolant side. Be sure to use the brake fluid side. And since it has this kind of screen protector from the debris, I'm going to attach the test strip to a screwdriver and slip it right past the screen and testing the fluid. Follow the directions on the test strip. You want to dip it in for a couple seconds, let it dry off, and compare it to the scale provided on the back of the package. We can see here that the corrosion level is at a minimum, if any. This fluid is still looking great, which is a great sign because it's at the right height, so we're not going to adjust anything. Since we have the other half of this coolant strip, we're going to test the coolant. Never, ever open the radiator cap with the vehicle hot. And you need to let the vehicle cool down for about over an hour before removing the radiator cap. If you have an overfill reservoir tank, like this vehicle does, you can simply dip the dipstick into the fluid reservoir for 2 seconds, let it do its thing for about 45 seconds, and then compare it to the back of the scale, but for the coolant side. I will also link to another video that is specifically for the coolant testing using a different test strip. But I'm just getting that test strip in the overflow reservoir, and then we're going to compare it and see what we get. Recently, the radiator was dumped out of this vehicle, so it has about half new coolant in the system. So we shouldn't be getting any weird readings, and if we compare it to the chart on the back of the package, we can see that it's within spec. So this specific test strip will let you know the glycol and pH level of the coolant, as well as the corrosion level of the brake fluid. So with everything testing good, we can put everything back. And I just want to remind everyone, never open the radiator cap with the engine running, and make sure it's shut when you're done. If you found this content helpful, hit the like button, subscribe to the channel. If you have any questions at all, please leave a comment. I'll do my best to get back to you.